Ah, okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Well, here we are again. Time for another one of these things. So, let's see how this goes. We're going to be playing the Miles Edgeworth Collection demo today in Isotope Investigations. Let's just see how this goes. So, hopefully I'm okay over there. We'll see when we get in game if we need to move me, but for now this is good. The first one, of course. HD. Pixel sprites are cool and all, but I want to play with the new sprites. Episode 1. Turnabout Visitor. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. Question marks? To make sure the defendant is found guilty, what other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. That may be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter the cost. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor, hallway. There he is! It's Edgy! It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door's unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's the smell? It's very familiar. Blood? What the? He's dead! What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Identify yourself. Shut up! You got some nerve committing a murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases, and some very frantic and busy days. March 14th, 2:56 a.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. And I heard that a murder had taken place in your office. I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine, however. Look what they did to your office. It's totally trashed. I'll see. The culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud in my office. Whoa, sounds like you're really burned up over this whole thing. This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Crime scene, my office. Is it really coincidence that the murder took place in my office? I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. So, evidence and profiles. Oh. Unknown victim. Why was he killed here? Dick Gumshoe, age 32. Homicide detective at local precinct in charge of initial investigation. Wow, Edgeworth's badge is like way more fancy than Nick's. Like, it's quite night and day. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key to your office? For security reasons, this office's door has a lock built into it. I think most doors have locks built into them, Edgeworth. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? By finding a connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? First, I recall the information we've gathered with the L1 button, and then I connect them together with the triangle button. Now to use L1 and recall the facts. My office with the office key. Connect! For security reasons, all prosecutors' office doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as a coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Killer's goal. Why did this happened in my office? What was the killer after? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's a beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. If I think carefully before piecing these together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir. Begin investigation. High Prosecutor's Offices, Room 1202. The basics of any investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. When I want to examine something, I simply use X when I'm next to it. Oh, and if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just use triangle, okay? I'll give you great precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. How about right now? You called, sir? Notice anything? Is there anything you noticed that you'd like to share, Detective Gumshoe? Just that I rushed over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in the office, sir. The investigation's gotten started, so I guess there's not much else to say. So, were you the one that found the body, Mr. Edwards? Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And what had waited me inside was this whole messy affair. Ouch, that's rough. Even though I left the security of this room to a certain detective. Sorry, sir. About investigating. I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe. Of course, sir. Examine anything and everything with X. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can see the evidence we've collected with the R1 button. For information and leads, that's L1. That's it. Great job, sir. Deductive reasonable is the way to go. It's called deductive reasoning, Detective. Clearly something you lack. Present the badge. Your prosecutor's badge is really tiny compared to my police badge. Gumshoe, it's not the size that matters, it's how you use it. Oh, but it's really cool, sir. Much, much cooler than my badge could ever be. There's no need to suck up to me, Detective. Oh, you can't present profile. Interesting. Doggone. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the meta weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model, I think. Sigh. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. Now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct's detectives. Revolver, found at the crime scene, is the same model as those used by the precinct detectives. Ouch, they even knocked over your chest set. I had it all set up and ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I could set some time aside after we solve this case. And we don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. Steel Samurai statue. Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. Gave Edgeworth a bit of a Gumshoe voice for a second there. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai, along with a deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let's return to the investigation. It's your trophy, the Knight of Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. It's not a trophy, it's a shield. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. I'm going to have to try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. It's been a while since I sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh, again. So tidy that... It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh yeah, that thing's so polished that makes the mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was a way detective. My job is to protect your officer. And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it. That's harsh, sir. I have to admit, the desk does make him look better, so I guess I don't dock his pay. So I guess I can't dock his pay. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that came with a card attached every month, like awkward for you? Yep. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns. Wendy, isn't that the name of the old lady with the whiny voice that stopped? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Wendy, old bag, let's go. Ah, watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. The killer's going to pay this tea set. Yikes, you're really mad at this. This tea set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? I feel like the killer wasted one of my monthly paychecks. What do you have to say, friend? How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. And what do you have to say? Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I guess I should look around a bit more. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on the sofa. That thing looks a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too, just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe? You know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Edgeworth, the ever harsh on Gumshoe. But it's a tough love. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Bloody handprint. Let's see here. There seems to be blood all over his lower abdominal area. Did the killer shoot him in his dick? It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir. Oh no, his stomach. I don't know, the way the blood is spattered there, it looks like his dick, though. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Bullet went clean straight through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05 a.m. Are you ready to okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all evidence I find either in or with my organs. We want to re-examine the piece after. Press R1 to open the organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on the kind in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. It's a wallet. Now I know it says gum over there, like probably gumshoe, but that G is so scuffed that it could become. But we'll get to that in a moment. What do we have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. It's a police badge, detective. Oh hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What a coinky. Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. According to this badge and ID, Buddy Faith was a precinct detective. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Another commonly used in logic can figure out if any of them are connected to each other. First, this. I don't believe it. I packed those files on the shelf so tight that not even an earthquake could make them fall off. But just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files wouldn't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. A problem to be sure. Once the investigation is over, we'll put them back on the shelf. We're not even going to acknowledge that it says, like, gum there. Your files are all over the floor, sir. Your probably found during the struggle between the victim and his killer. My files are in this, pointing to a struggle between the victim and a killer. I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put into this. I didn't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I wanted the files every day just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day, every Saturday, I'd come in and clean the place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? Oh, poor Gumshoe. The info I gathered. I seem to have picked up a few good leads. Oh? So now you're going to do that thing where that you do with all information, right? What are you battling with? A brainy thing you were talking about just a few minutes ago, sir. Logic. Said that you can look at all of your leads and info by pressing L1. And you pick the ones that seem related with X and connect them with triangle. That's your way of investigating, right, sir? Yes, which is why this exercise in explaining my own method to me is unnecessary. Okay then, how about I explain my logic to you next? That is even more unnecessary. Oh, gotcha. What do you have to say about this? I'm just a lowly detective, so I'm not sure what I should do with that, other than to arrest it. Is that the only talent you have? Oh, wait. Okay. I guess we do the logic thing. Wow, 18 slots? Or no, 20 slots. That's a lot of slots. Shoutouts to autosaves, though. I'd assume that's correct. So the murder weapon was the victim's, because it's a gun used by detectives, so that makes sense. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Godfrey, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Mr. Edwards, sir. This guy was wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer someone managed to take the victim's gun from him. Victim's revolver data jotted down in my organizer. It can be assumed that this gun is a murder weapon, and it was used on the victim. Let's see what else we can find out about this revolver. As I always say, you've got to look really cleverly at each piece of evidence. You can use the right stick to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad... You can use the right stick to rotate an object. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Use L1 and R1 to zoom in to get at the nitty-gritty. To think that it's so easy to take a life with just a pull of a trigger. You know, I can't even see myself really liking guns. Oh, and I love the ones they use at track and field meets to start races. If you take off before it's fired, everybody always ends up following your lead. To chase you down for a false start, detective. Now that you mention it, even when I finish first, I always wind up in last place. Is there anything else in this gun? Bullets. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, Mr. Edgeworth. We have no proof now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to Otto. Jim! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? But you did it. They did the classic Ace Attorney thing of showing the kill at the start, so like... Okay, let's see what your deal is. Are you alright? Don't touch me, leave me alone, just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turning for the night. Sure, just in the bloodstained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jacques. Oh, he's a Frenchman. Jim here was my partner in crime this time. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Godfrey, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office? Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edwards has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Oh, wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then, you're Jim's killer. No way, pal, you've got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer there, Mr. Edgy. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know? Anyway, let's call it a truce and work together, okay? Now how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys are conducting the investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on, then. It's your room, after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You wait, sir. I want you to capture the scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim. I should probably give them some space. How is it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to miss out. I'll leave this man to his art. Mr. Portsman, a word if I may. Jim, I swear I'll find the killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. It'll be for the both of us. Now then, you want to talk to me about something? No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting the conversation. You call, sir? There we go. Was stuck on the corner of that couch. So this thing. Ah, your jacket, sir. What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? They dared to shoot the ultra-special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up on, detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed yet, detective? There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? Did I say contradiction? It must be rubbing up on me. It's starting to sound like it. Edgy's thinking about Phoenix again. Tee-hee-hee. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my own way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when my detective skills come into play. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. This is it. The bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. In spotting yourself, I should point my cursor at it and press triangle with conviction. And when I found sufficient proof of the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. The gun, because it only has one shot fired. But clearly there was one shot in the victim and one shot in the frame. Eureka! Eureka? That's a new one. This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first fell the victim, and the second fell this frame. Hey, that's right. However, this gun only fired once. Hey, that's true too, which means that one of these two bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Ah, that. It's a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell it. I'll spare us the trouble in your safe. Nothing like you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Achoo! Talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust in the wire. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it. Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Interesting that this is evidence. I wonder how this will be brought up. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. That's pretty suspicious. The rest of this is dusty, but why is there all smudge marks here? Now this is odd. You found something, sir? The keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. Secret safe data updated on my organizer. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have.